It's Cinco de Mayo, which means somewhere right now, somebody is 3 margaritas in and is finally saying what they should have said in therapy.
It was like a nice monologue I was trying to give SNL. Hello, my homies, and welcome back to another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast.
Welcome.
I am your homegirl, Ronnika, and we have been welcomed in by
Jeffrey is here. Look, I had to pull in with my thespian background.
Thespian.
Look, Nika came to me, y'all, and was like, let's do this like 10 seconds before we started, y'all. All right. She was like, I got this. You can do this. I believe this. Let's do this. I said, yes. Look, it's Cinco de Mayo, baby. Happy Cinco de Mayo, my people.
Cinco de Mayo is holiday time,
Man,
holiday time,
hey.
holiday time. If you know Girlfriends, if you watch that episode, it's iconic. Ugh.
See, I
Oh,
missed it.
Joan.
I missed
Oh
it.
my goodness, I can tell you the season. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. And the man, it's great. She's
So
dressed up and everything. It's great.
So since it is Cinco de Mayo and
Mm-mm.
I can't share that moment with you, I would love for you to share your moment. Like, when did you first know about Cinco de Mayo? You from a similar community as mine as growing
Yes.
up.
Yes.
It wasn't something that I knew, very early in age. But it's very something I'm glad that I got to know
Yeah.
as I progress. And so when did you first discover Cinco de Mayo?
It would be undergrad.
That's crazy. Undergrad. Same here.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, it was undergrad. I think that's when I was finally exposed to some more culture. It was like, it's a celebrate. Okay. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was like, what? Like, we get to, huh? Like, so it's a whole celebration. Like, the first one that did it was St. Patrick's Day. Cause you in college, but your first or second year, you may go back home. So if you go back home, you miss Cinco de Mayo because this is like summer classes now,
Mhm.
college. So if you doing those summer classes on a college campus, then you get exposed to Cinco de Mayo.
You do. That is so true.
And
Yeah.
that's how I got exposed. They would say, "Oh yeah, it's margaritas," and I learned about pitcher.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yes. It's a
it's
time.
a fine time.
It's a time. It's a time. I think that's when I really started going to there was a Mexican restaurant on West Snitch, and they did deep fried cheesecake.
Oh wow, never had it.
They
Wow,
knew me by first name up in there. It's not there
wow.
anymore, but they knew me. I was like leaving campus, taking the long way home. Like, I need to have that deep fried cheesecake. Then they would drizzle fresh strawberries and strawberry juice. Ah, I fell in love. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Took me
Look,
back there.
I feel like you were trying to take us there right there. Jam. You was like, take me there. I want to
I
go.
want to go there. Take me there. Yeah.
But how's your
Yeah.
week? How's your week?
Good, good. And yourself? I just feel like we've been missing each other quite a bit.
Yeah, I think these flowers are springing open, and our doors of having free time are slamming shut.
Um,
So it's kind of
mhm.
tight. It's kind of tight, but it's summer. So the sun is helping my skin. I'm getting my little vitamin D back.
Mhm,
finally.
mhm.
So I'm very appreciative.
Yes, me too. Wait, are you a sunscreen person?
Who is that? Is that
Oh.
somebody's nickname?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Well,
not a,
I was gonna put you up on
unless
some
I'm
unless
like
what?
I'm like on an island.
Mm.
Then you have to. Like, don't go out there raw dogging. Go out there raw dogging that sun. That sun, do you see what it does to other people?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, I think I still might yeah. Well, it's starting to go away a little bit, but still, yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And how long was that? That was 3 weeks ago.
That was more than that. Wait, was it? No, that was about a month ago.
Okay,
A
so
little over
don't
a
make it
month
seem like
ago.
my 3 was so far from your
No, it was 2 months.
no,
No, because
get
we
that.
left no, we left at the end of February, so no, that was 2 months ago.
Okay, well, digitize it and get it right
Okay.
for me.
To remember what month we were in. Ugh, which here we are, new month. It's still cold outside. Moment of silence for that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I didn't
it's
have
just
any
like
I had no answers for
what? But other than that, things have been swell. Um, you ready to dive right on in?
uh, yes, but I do want to, because we did start it off the beginning of the show talking about Cinco de Mayo, so shout out
Mm,
to our Latinx, community, and, you know, since I moved over on this side of the country, like, it'll be a decade. Crazy,
it's crazy.
crazy. A decade ago, I've met so many different people from the Latinx community. So it's just amazing to even be exposed to their culture,
Mhm.
and then having them understand the importance of my culture with their culture, because that's how we all flourish. And I think that's a key element. And so I'm very appreciative, not just for the Cinco de Mayo, but for the um the integration of us supporting each other.
Love that. I also want to shout out that we're in the month of May, and that is also Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you're a new homie, I talk a lot about therapy. Myself going to therapy. I've had a whole psychologist on the show. If you want to go back a few, believe that's season 2, episode 1. Um, but yeah, it's you gotta take care of that mental. We always talk about, yes, the physical, moving, 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 but you definitely have to take care of that mental, so, we're gonna be checking in with, like, what self-care is looking like for even for us or especially for myself, rediscovering what self-care looks like. So yeah, so just buckle up. It's gonna be a nice story time.
I didn't want anyone to think that I was trying to um be a clown or anything when I was with my eye when Ronnika was saying, with mental health. I actually had an eyelash, these long eyelashes, man. It'll take me out for 10 minutes. I, I had to did in the show for 10 minutes. These eyelashes so long. It feels like a pencil lead in your eyes. Like it is a lot. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah.
We always mess with Jeffrey about his eyelashes and his eyebrows. He has, like, the perfect eyebrows all his life.
Look, the crazy born with them same size. Just imagine how they used to tease me when I was a kid. Look, I had this one guy, I'm not even gonna give him a shout out because I still know him, but we were on the band bus
Dear.
on the way to Lansing for a parade or coming back from a parade, with, marching band,
Mhm.
and we were scoring back and forth in front of everybody, and he was like, "Shut up, cause you got 2 hash browns on your." The crowd went wild, you know what I'm saying? Nothing I can say, he was older than me too, like, you know? 'cause I had here I was with these big old eyebrows and a small face, so thank God I grew into them. Thank God.
Oh my goodness.
Many, many, many nights I cried. Thank God.
The fact that you remember.
Oh, yeah, I do. 'Cause come on now.
Mm,
Dude. Okay, you're laughing a little too damn hard on
okay. All right. Quiet down.
It's like you had a whole moment over there that you was like, "Oh, yeah, that was funny."
Good night.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear. All
Sticky
right. So, can you think of one word right now that describes where you are mentally?
Today?
Mhm.
Ooh, mental check-in on how I am antsy, antsy, yeah, and
Okay.
when I was a kid, they would say, "Oh, don't be antsy," and I guess that would be like the anxiety, uh,
Yeah.
but I don't wanna say that it's well, maybe it is, like, I got some things rolling, and they need to be perfect in 2 days, so I'm antsy about it because it's a project, and I'm not in total control.
Mhm.
That's why I can feel like mentally I'm antsy.
I'm overwhelmed.
Ooh.
Mhm. Feel like I got a lot going on and um yeah, I just feel like I got a lot going on. I got to get
Yeah.
better organized. It's a process, but yeah, it's I'm feeling like, "Woof, you've been letting some stuff go cuz you're not organized."
Yeah, sticky notes, and
They're
actually
everywhere.
actually, just on some personal, like, I just, took on a new role, and beginning a role is all about organization, because if you start off in chaos, that's not gonna be your role long. Not, you know what I'm saying? You got too many people looking at you for leadership, like, it's not, like, you gotta
Uh,
bring it down. Shoot, I don't know what else to tell you, so but you gotta so I'm sticky noting it up. But if right now, if I had it close, I got a long folder, sticky notes, like, because I wanna make sure that I get into a routine. Once I get into a routine, then I can take away a sticky note,
mhm.
because then it becomes second nature, you know? And then yeah, 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 that's it.
It's pretty good. All right. All right. So, we're going to move right on into culture check. I know it's crazy. So I know you talked about it. So, I guess picking one of these. Brief, respectful context was single. Did you want to cover this one? Outside of me singing that song from the girlfriends, I feel like you know more about for story one.
Well, I talked about a little bit about merging of culture,
Mhm.
or integration of culture, or just our cultures being in one itself. I mean, transatlantic slave trade, slaves are dropped off from point A to point B to point C, whether it was Brazil or um, DR, Haiti, you know, um,
Yeah.
all of these, uh, all of these Caribbean countries, and so there is Afro um, culture, or history roots that are embedded throughout, and so I was disheartened as I got older to know that I didn't know anything about, you know, I I didn't really get into context of the transatlantic slave trade and then understand of being dropped off, of going to Brazil, to
Mhm.
PR, to Haiti. Um, 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 what's the other one that's old that I want to use? Hell, even Mexico, in itself. So to understand that those cultures were a part of our history, where it is in American history, was I wish I'd have knew earlier, and I was very thankful that the generation after us, which is Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Gen Z, they were more exposed, and even if I wanna take it down to an elementary level, as in Dora the Explorer,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
and I know,
Yeah.
you know, definitely wanna be tasteful to one's culture, but Dora the Explorer made America listen or at least understand a little bit of Spanish.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then it
That is true.
leans in and, to even campaigns, "Si se puede," where, with Barack Obama, "Yes, we can." So, and if you know me, that's like
Yes, that is one of his favorites.
one of my favorite lines, right? So, just understanding a rich culture and then even now of being in New York City and seeing from Puerto Rican to Dominican to uh, so many of your Spanish speaking cultures that celebrate Cinco de Mayo. So it's amazing to be a part of it and see their, this is something, Renika, and I'm gonna ask
Mhm.
you. It's amazing to see their stance for their culture. And I
Mm.
think it's very prevalent to see it through their flags. And that's why I really kind of push back on kind of like black culture. Like we stand 10 toes down, we don't call it the picnic anymore. We call it the cookout. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Cultural,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but without a symbol, where is, how can we actually unify? So that's when I think of Cinco de Mayo, when I think of even I mentioned earlier St. Patrick's Day, they go with that Irish flag. You know what I'm saying? Um, the rich culture that the Latinx community gives us, I think that should be more embraced versus erased when it comes here in American culture. And
For myself, I was really exposed to, of course, in college, and then moving to North Carolina, and it was so many people that I was like, "Ooh, oof," like, especially going to, Bahama Breeze, which I believe they just filed bankruptcy, I believe, but Bahama Breeze was my place in North Carolina. Like, I just feel like it was so many different cultures just kinda getting together at this one restaurant. I don't know what it was, but it was, "Oh my goodness, I don't know anybody from Trinidad and Tobago," or, "I didn't know anybody from Haiti," and it was just so many different cultures. I was like, "Oh, they're one of us. This is beautiful." But, one of my friends, Kendra, she had for her 40th birthday party, she did, a Caribbean, themed birthday, so it was everybody came out in a line, and everybody had a flag, and it was so many different countries that I was like, "I didn't even know that country existed." And these girls were actually from these countries, or like they did their ancestry and they know that's their origin. But I just said, "Oh my god, this is so beautiful." I mean, but like you said, it's celebrated. What is ours? Mm.
so that's
Hmm.
something to chew on, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a and I just throw it out there because even, you go back to my Facebook page, if you know, there's
Yeah,
it's actually a flag there, not
yeah.
to promote or anything, but ever since 2020, I've never changed my profile pic because it was a sign of unity. I think everybody's at a point of kinda like a unification point, and I think that it's kind of been pressed in that direction. So, without that, you kinda like it's like playing tag, you don't know who it.
Mm.
At least with your flag, you be like, "Oh, I know they're on the same." We out here playing it and don't know who on your team. Yikes. I'm telling you.
Nettie, he get a little retwist and if we don't know what to do with him. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying. Look, don't talk about it. Look, it's underneath here too. I was like, "No lining," they didn't get no lining.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. I want to jump down to mental health in the Black and Brown communities, just the shift
Mhm,
with the stigma that existed. We don't do therapy, pray it away, and what happens in this house. For a lot of you, you may know, and if you don't know, now you're about to know. Um, I am I am a grief support coordinator, so I all day, every day for work um, we help people educate them and process their grief. So, because we follow the same guidelines as HIPAA, a lot of those, not all, everything that we talk about a group is not repeated. Um, but it's hard for myself because growing up in a generation of what happens in this house stays in this house is the one of the number one rules for group is what we talk about in group stays in group. So it's that safe space for you to process it all, but it's still in the back of my mind having that elder or whomever saying, "Oh, that's family business, so you know that doesn't leave this house. I don't care what you talk about in that group, but family business stays in this house." So when I decided to finally go to therapy, especially that was what, grad school, because that's when I found out, "Oh my goodness, I that's part of my tuition, I can go for free." So, I was able to unpack all of these layers of how I've shown up in romantic relationships. So, I think or what I saw growing up of what I thought, love really was and how I treated it was 2 totally different things. So, I would not have, I think, come to the realization unless I had went to therapy because I think I would have still been doing. Oh, it would have been like mania, just manic, like, you just still doing the same thing over and over and over and
they
over and
say well,
over
they call
again.
that insanity.
Insanity, thank you.
Yeah, mm, expecting different results.
Mhm,
Well, I understand the, concept of what happens in this house stays in this house.
mhm,
I was raised my grandma said, "But wrong is wrong." Like, I don't give a damn, who it
mm,
is. You feel that if they wronged you, then you have to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? I kinda grew up that way, like, it ain't really talking out your house if they inviting them people to the house. So, yeah, it's no, you ain't talking at the house. Them people wasn't even supposed to be at the house. So, uh, mm-mm. But sharing, therapy, it can be intense.
mhm,
People like in their first like sessions, because you don't know a lot of, it's vulnerability,
mhm,
but really being vulnerable with oneself. You know what I'm saying? It's from my perspective, someone is actually just talking you through your, without skin in the game. They're here to allow you to talk, so you have to want to get to that point. And you
mhm,
suppress, then that's cool. I mean, you can go there and don't talk about anything, they still get paid. So you might as well
That is 100% true.
go there and get something
Mhm.
out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like even if the goal is go there and say, "Hey, I want to learn something, one thing new about myself each time I leave this session."
Mm.
And you may learn 3 each time.
Mhm.
So,
I sure do. It ain't just one, it's multiple things.
all right, look, you better get some of that off your plate.
Okay. You know, as I skip right over the strong black woman, because we're going to head right on into our one of our favorite segments.
Oh, which one?
At the playground. Playground.
I'm gonna swoon y'all today. No, with love. I'm gonna swoon y'all today rather than the than the rap lyrics today. I had to give you a little Donny Osmond.
Oh my gosh. Uh, just have to keep listening because he's gonna eventually have to recite these lyrics. So,
Allegedly.
okay. We had a challenge, so it's either him.
You know I'm gonna win. Yeah. So,
Okay.
that's why you got silent again. All right now.
Jesus. All right.
Think back.
Uh,
Since we at the playground, think back.
okay, okay, okay. You see all of my eyes like, okay,
Oh, I
what's
ain't tell
next?
you to close them. See? Doing stuff that I ain't even told you to do. Did Simon say it?
Uh,
All right, back to
you
you,
just
Bob.
okay. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna follow the same vibe for at the playground. So, not to a perfect childhood, just to what it actually was. So, what were we carrying that nobody asked about? So, we're going to follow the leader. You go first.
Okay.
All right.
What was something that I was carrying that nobody
Mhm.
asked about?
You see the prompts right there.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
And so does this camera.
No, don't get on it now. You used to. Oh, I'm so jealous of the camera. No,
Yes, you did me.
no,
Oh, my word.
it finds you now.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
How about what's a feeling you had as a child that you didn't have a word for until adult?
Hmm. I think anxiety.
All
I
right.
didn't know what that feeling it was of I just sometimes I was on edge and yeah, but I was never a sweater. So I thought about that um with this question too, like what did anxiety look like for me? I couldn't really sit still. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Next. Something you watched an adult go through that you now recognize as a mental health struggle.
A cigarette smoking.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time you realize pushing through might not always be the answer.
Um, with my accident.
What accident?
My fire, the grease fire that led to the skin graft that's on my hand, that was me working full time, going to grad school full time, and not really sleeping, just doing the most. So yeah, pushing through taught me a serious lesson about that.
Alright.
Let's see. Anxiety, depression, grief. Did anyone name those things in your house growing up?
Yes. My grandma watched enough news to be very up and abreast. Anxiety, she knew that that kid got a lot of anxiety because he can't sit down.
Mm,
Depression, I mean, not trying to say the church, but if you put church in a bubble and ask what would be some things that are part of church, depression is one. So you see those bouts. And then grief, just with funerals. My grandma was one of those people that went to all the funerals.
mhm.
So you would see. So I actually was lucky to get an opportunity to understand. Like you hear people, mental health professionals, talk about, certain indicators or certain buzzwords. I actually was exposed to them like as a kid. And maybe it was kind of like in the Montessori model
Yeah.
in school. So I was it's not something that I didn't know. And then I went to college and became an RA, a resident assistant. So then you start taking classes to kind of identify. So I've been a part of for a long time. What's a coping mechanism from childhood, healthy or not, that you still carry?
Um, binge watching or rewatching films that make me feel good. That would just instantly put me in a good mood. 'Cause I always say that, "Oh, there," I grew up with a dad that always said, "There's always something to be done. You should never be bored." So even when I feel like those down times, like, I go back and I watch, like, the favorite like, I couldn't tell you how many times I've watched Coming to America. That's something I did when I was a little girl. I watched it over and over whenever it was on, no matter where it started. So that's something that I continue to carry, just continue to watch things that watch those movies and now sometimes those series that truly put me in a positive headspace. All right. And the adult in your life who seemed strong, what do you think they were actually holding?
As a kid, the adult in my life who seemed strong, what do you think they were actually holding? Uh, I'm gonna say I just used her. I'm gonna say my grandmother, I felt like when I was a kid was the strongest, and I felt like she was holding a legacy. And so it gives people reason to stay,
Mm,
you know,
mhm,
going from a housewife, because that was an era, not
mhm,
what we watch on television. Uh, but it was an era where you was a housewife and you had kids and you took care of the house.
mhm,
That's what she did while her husband was in a foundry, um, um, working. And that's what you did. And then once he passed away at an early age, at the age of 50, then now it's holding a whole legacy that she held till my grandma passed away. I think she was 89, you know. So yeah, yeah, and then it was I could feel that passing, or when she was transitioning, my mom, it was like a whole legacy thing. So it makes you wanna, stay. But sometimes the legacy helmet can be heavy.
yeah,
So, it's
yeah,
some people can last for so long.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna go into our, main segments.
That was a tough childhood.
No, I was like, "Woo!"
Oof. All right.
Let's just breathe it out. Okay, alright. I was like, "Let me take it."
But you know, when you start talking about your younger self, you have to remember we were green. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you have your perspective now. Whew, that one was like green. I was highlighter green. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what.
Neon, got it.
Yep, yep.
So, we're going to what does mental wellness look like when we're Black? I mean, when you're Black, when we're Black, we're always gonna be Black.
Mhm.
When we're busy, when resources are limited, so when nobody modeled it for us. So, we have a couple of themes to explore here. Um, Mine definitely I immediately went to rest as radical, why it still feels like something to earn. Um, mhm. My dad was the one that would tell you, "You never deny overtime."
'Cause they'll never offer it to you
Th
again.
There we go. He said,
Yeah.
"They will never offer it to you again." So, if I was to call, um, whether when I was, cause okay, here's the funny thing. I think I told y'all the story, but I'll tell you the quick version. So, my dad's method of keeping his children in college was to have them work for the summer at his job, which was a factory, and there was a foundry, and if you look it up, okay? So one of the summers that my brother was working there was also the same time when there was a serious accident with a man that was a part of an explosion in our local area.
That's
And my
crazy.
brother was like, "If that don't scare you back to school to finish, I don't know what will." So this was my dad's method of scare you scared straight, beyond scared straight, back to school. So, my brother worked their first shift, my sister was second shift, I was third shift.
Ha!
Third shift,
He had a Williams there.
he had one there, he in the '90s and early 2000s, so when I was there, that's when they decided that this is when the recession was about to begin, and they were talking about they were downsizing, and half of the plant was going to be laid off. I was in that meeting. But I remember my dad telling me that was like the first time that like a real job where he's saying, if they offer you overtime, you take it. Y'all heard me say third shift. So that means I'm going in at 11 p.m. Supposed to get off at 7 a.m. But now they saying, hey, can you stay until 11 a.m.? And I'm like, okay, so now I gotta call my daddy. He's delighted to hear me say, "Hey, I won't be coming in at 7. I'll be coming in a little after 11." The next thing he's gonna say is, "Are you what you gonna want to eat?" Because that's how excited he is.
He got your lunch.
But yeah, yeah, like it's on me. It's on
Well,
me.
we didn't know brunch, but back
Right,
in that era,
right, right. It was now lunch.
we wasn't cultured.
But I remember my dad like taking little cat naps of him like just partially laid across the bed. But if y'all know me, Jeffrey knows me, I believe in my sleep. Cause
Mhm.
he'll call me any time of the night and I be sleep. Like
Yeah,
out.
he's not
Ain't answering. I'm not answering. And then most of my friends know that if you try to call or text me before 8 a.m., I'm not responding until after 8 a.m. I have y'all trained and it's great. Thank you for respecting my boundaries. But I believe in rest. And
whatever.
I believe in rest now because for so long I was thinking that the whole person that we may not need to mention again is He was like team no sleep. You know what I'm talking about. Take that. Bad boy for life.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
So, yeah.
Or did he?
So
Hello. Keep it moving. You know it's only gonna zoom on you, so you better keep it moving.
take me out, coach.
I'm hitting home runs today.
Take me out. Okay, that was my long one, but woo, talk about all right. And that concludes my story time for this segment. Do you have anything, Jeffrey? Jeez.
Oh man. Learned as an adult how to set boundaries because we didn't have boundaries as a family like growing up. I felt like people would just jump into your business because they wanted to jump into your business, and it could just because they were your aunt, and that don't mean that because you may not have the same standards as said such sister or brother. So sometimes you got to create boundaries, and create boundaries may mean you say, "I'm not doing that," and everybody may turn around. Welcome to the as Lauryn Hill said on the Unplugged album, she said, "Oh, welcome to meeting the new me." So you have to create boundaries. That's what I learned. Yeah, what is that? I'm just saying they are important.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right.
Yeah, but not with the appreciate you. Oh man, you're crazy.
all right. Hmm, look at the time.
Yeah, we got time because
See, I was like,
we've been skipping this section 2 weeks in a row. So nope, nope. See, y'all don't know. Like we be razzle-dazzling, put a little magic behind the scenes for y'all, but we've been skipping this one. So hold on to your seats.
all right. So we're gonna each share one of the following, or both of us.
Okay.
So, a time your mental health was genuinely struggling, and what that looked like for you specifically. Okay. So, do you want me to answer that one?
No, because we get a chance to answer one
Okay. Okay.
or two of the four. Yeah. So I'll start with this one. Name something that I'm actively working through right now. Share what's comfortable and uncomfortable. Just like I was telling y'all a little bit earlier, I got this like I began a new role, and sometimes one may feel as if, hey, I know everything, but you can go and meet someone else that thinks they know everything too. So it makes me uncomfortable because one thinks that it's a one of those, but I'm going to be uncomfortable because I know uncomfortability leads to growth, and so I'm going to play a different role than what I normally would play. Yeah.
Well, alright.
Yeah, that's gonna be some mental health for you, okay? I'm
That
over here talking
is.
about some chewing on my fingernails because, naturally, I wanna move a certain way, but even in the short time, I've moved differently and I've been perceived different. It's like it's amazing to see the difference. So, but and the
Okay.
words of Tweet, I'm smoking cigarettes.
At night. Okay. Wondering where you been. No. Yeah. Yeah. Wondering where you been, yeah. Okay, so, actively working through right now is saying no to others and yes to me. Um, this purge that I'm currently going through, um, amazing, amazing. So, I am always and it's funny, I need to tell you this offline too, um, or talk more about it offline. I had someone that I was talking to hush.
Y'all ain't got one. That number. No.
Anyways, I had someone that I was talking to in my, DMs on IG, and she was talking about, how she loves the show, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I would love to be a guest one day because 'cause y'all seem like you have so much fun." But I told her that
Allegedly.
I look, "You see what I gotta deal with? Okay?" Um, she said that
You told her you had
Li
to deal with
like yes, some of the things that I'm dealing with is that I have built so many different brands that I haven't worked on my personal one, so sometimes it's confusing of what I can actually do. What I can actually do and what I want to do. That is also 2 totally different things. So that's what I'm really just, like, actively working through right now is before it was like, "Oh, yeah, I can do that, and I can excel at it because I'm a perfectionist," but is this really something that I want to do? Like, I want to do this podcast. This is something that I love to do. So that's not something that I have to do, which is, something totally different from me. So, I am actively working through, leaning towards one more than the other.
okay. That's
Alright.
active. 'Cause seems like y'all it would affect me indirectly, so I don't know. So
And now that's how you go right into foolishness files, cause I've been on my best behavior this whole episode. It's been him.
well, if you know me, I don't even what rule? Oh, okay. Alright, just making sure. Just making
Yes.
sure.
Alrighty then. You
Alright,
ready?
so what's the most untherapeutic thing you've ever done to cope with stress? We've all been there.
When I went into the bathroom and cut my hair myself.
Damn.
That was just a year ago. Mhm.
Damn.
Ah.
See, I told y'all, see, we dealing with it every day. And the word shout out
Mhm.
to Laura Hill again. See, y'all just you just meet me. You is just me and me.
Cancel it, cancel it. Okay. Whew. Wild or funny advice someone gave you instead of go to therapy.
Shout out to look, I am on one today, y'all. I am because they are zingers are coming out. Shout out to the movie The Best Man. When he looked at Tay Diggs and said, "Gonna be a dog, dog." So yeah, worst advice. You already know that you in a bad, bad kind of like sticky relationship. And then all of a sudden you go out there and go be a dog. You only muddy up the situation. So yeah, that is the worst advice. And they actually cited it. They said, I'm gonna give you what they said on Best Man. Gonna be a dog. So that's an actual quote. Crazy. What's a Cinco de Mayo story? Yours or someone that you know, Renika. A little too celebratory. That was pretty good. I like the way I used that word.
Okay. Celebratory, let's see.
Not you have to be
It's
you
like,
getting
wait
crazy
a minute.
at me. Celebratory. Just because I said celebratory, it's the same thing.
Leave me alone. You already corrected me earlier. Tit for tat. Terrible. It's the Boynton way.
She's right. She's right. We will correct your ass if we believe you're wrong. Yeah.
It's definitely whoopee cutter. 7 times 7 is 48. No, it's 49.
Come on now.
Get together.
Look, I
Okay.
almost corrected you, and I knew you were giving an example. It was in my head,
49.
like
Yeah.
correct her.
Hello. Hello. Okay. So,
Shout out to Miss Gorman. She did that. She did
man,
that. She did that.
Eva Gorman, you
Lord,
did that for us. Yeah.
mm, I know her whole name. I love that woman.
Oh my gosh. So, North Carolina, Cinco de Mayo. Um, we actually went from bar to bar on Cinco de Mayo, and I don't think I've laughed or danced that hard in years. And I always make sure that so Cinco de Mayo, when I also think about it, it is the um it is the anniversary for my best friend Karen's mom. She became an ancestor on Cinco de Mayo. So I always make sure that I send her a text and just kind of reflect take that time to reflect on her mom's legacy. And then we just joke about just something that we've done for that. So it has actually two different meanings for me after meeting her in undergrad. So yeah, I think every year, and then on top of that, I can say that my favorite another layer to that is my favorite, Mexican restaurant here. Their, opening anniversary, so their anniversary for the business is on Cinco de Mayo every year, and so, I mean, it's today.
That's a
So,
cool.
it's
Are
crazy.
you going today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. They know me. It's like, "Hey, neighbors." That's how we say, "Hey, neighbors."
It's on you.
Oh, sorry. The moment someone in your life finally it's on you. My bad. Yeah. Okay. The moment someone in your life finally said, maybe you should talk to somebody and how they said it.
In what context? Like going to therapy,
Mhm.
or just like you got a problem?
Oh,
Yeah, because they don't have to tell you to go to therapy. You got a problem.
yeah.
You
I
got a
guess
problem,
either or.
and it's not registered,
Okay.
and I you quickly go into self denial. But I'm only kid, so I know how I'm gonna be around myself typically throughout the day mentally, even if I'm in a room full of people. I know, so I can check in with myself in a room full of people and you were okay. For someone else to take that concern, then maybe I should go see.
Mm, okay.
Then you gotta be open to it.
Yeah.
'Cause in the beginning, not at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta be open to it. You gotta be willing to listen, you know? It's kinda like, anyway, because I was gonna go on a tangent. Um, Last question. What's the first therapy misconception you had to let go of?
That every session is hard. And I think because we keep saying like, "Oh, you have to do the work, you have to do the work." When you think of work, you think automatically hard. Um, and there will be some sessions where you're just totally focusing on joy. But it's just it's it ebbs and flows. So, um, yeah, that's what I think is just like it's so hard that it's like I don't even want to face it. But it's like, no, not every session is the same.
Understood. And that seals up rapid fire.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
Oh, shit.
That was foolishness files. That's what you get. We haven't even gotten a rapid fire.
Look, I got the little heater over here. Burn my elbow. Lord, what is going on?
We told y'all it's still cold outside.
Look, no, no. Here I go over here trying to lead into a segment when I know y'all even know. Y'all know Renika leads us into every segment, and I'm over here trying to start the show this
Mhm.
and
It's
lead it,
crazy.
and yeah.
He's
And
losing it. He's
so,
losing it. He's losing it. He's
yeah.
losing it. All right. So you all ready for rapid fire?
Shoo, 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 shoo. Wait, I think them munitions
It's crazy.
overseas that we paying for, they go talking about kaboom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like we said, we are here at Rapid Fire.
All righty. I'm gonna ask you the first question. All right. Therapy or venting to a friend, which one actually helped more? Dun, dun.
Therapy, therapy. Th Journaling or walking it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. So which one?
Journaling. Cry it out or sleep it off.
They bet off. I'm tired. I'm getting older. Y'all see the gray. Something you do that looks like self-care, but is actually
You skipped one.
my bad. Okay. Set the boundaries or keep the peace.
I wish you kinda skipped it for me.
Okay, it's on you now.
Uh, Set the boundary. This just started, y'all, so don't even just be like, "Oh my
Okay.
god,
It's
she's
time.
just so." I used to be the one that would just keep the peace, but now I am setting the boundary. All right. Something you do that looks like self-care, but is actually avoidance.
What am I doing that look like self-care that look like avoidance? With my hair retwist.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? You hear that,
Um,
girl?
but it's not avoidance as in because it's so soothing. I just think that I wish I could get up the next day and it was already done. Like, and that's just somebody just trying to maximize all their time. That's crazy. Don't
It
even
is
didn't even
crazy.
want to have the relaxation. That's
I'm
crazy.
just saying that's
I don't
crazy.
like
It's
that.
so it's so crazy.
Mm,
Mhm.
damn.
Mhm.
What's one thing you celebrate about your own growth this year?
Ooh.
Set the boundaries.
Said the mu Can
Uh,
I answer my own
I
damn
mean, that was a
question?
peanut gallery.
Also is that every 2 weeks I have been getting my hair done for myself. But shout out to the Heartbeats because they keep calling me 90s fine, but
Pause. What the hell was this? Now y'all got a whole little Monica too at the end. Oh my God. I am upset.
anyways, they reminded me that
Listen
I'm trying to
to
just tell my
y'all.
story.
It's
I'm
crazy.
trying to live in my truth. Um, I was wearing my silk wrap or my I would say my acrylic wrap to just kind of, lay it back down. But they kept saying that, "I feel like you were wearing it all the time, so are you saying that you don't like the picture? We think it's so cute, like, just embrace it." So here I am embracing it because this is not a week where I get my hair done, but because I partied, I've been partying, so
You did?
mhm.
Now that's some rapid fire. Who can you
Eh
run to?
Anyways. Okay, margarita in hand or sparkling water, what does your version of Cinco de Mayo look like?
I went to the Western experience,
Oh,
and
we know
so
about
I'm
that.
definitely gonna have a pitcher of margarita.
A pitcher, not just, um, a margarita, it's a pitcher
Pitcher.
of a margarita. If you know, you know.
Who's your I can tell them anything person?
My sister.
Okay, no, sis. Okay.
Probably my mom too, though. Yeah, one of them.
Not one of them.
But then the heartbeats too, so I just
Sound like to me,
listen,
y'all, don't
Imma
tell
keep
God,
telling her,
don't
"Don't
tell
tell
you
me nothing."
because
I
everybody
know.
will know.
They know my stuff. They know my stuff. I said, I can tell anything too. I be telling Jeffrey stuff.
Look, you're a historian.
Yeah.
Okay, so she gonna document. Let's just put it that way.
Date, timestamp. I know it all. But I be keeping it right here, and I don't be bringing it back up until
Mm,
you do. Be keeping it right here. There's so much I know.
look, not the daytime staff.
Like,
Mm-mm.
it's right here. Until you bring it up, it's gonna stay right
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
here. Your secret is safe.
Keep it. Look, keep it. That's why I gave it because I didn't want to keep it. Now it's on you. You got the
Terrible.
juice.
Terrible.
Look,
Okay.
you got the juice.
No. Oh, Omar and Tupac. Yeah, good times. All right, y'all. That was rapid fire. So you know what comes next. Now it's time to say goodbye
Man, already?
to all my family. MICKEYMOUSE.
No, thanks.
Okay.
They do crazy
Uh,
things though.
yeah, they do. Alrighty. So So we know that today is Cinco de Mayo, and this month is a reminder that healing is ongoing, and none of that is a contradiction because the communities that raised us have always known how to hold both. So joy is not a reward for finishing your healing. Celebration is not a sign that everything is fine. Sometimes you get to feel good right in the middle of the work, and that counts. So, as we said before, that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and which means that there are people listening right now who needed someone to say it's okay to not be okay. Because as I told you before, even in this episode, is that I am a grief support coordinator. I've been doing this grief work for over a decade, and I remember those first couple of moments where I was like, "Ooh, I am not okay," and I even to this day I still say like I have those moments where I'm like, "Yep, it's time for a vacation or I need to unplug because 'cause I'm not okay. So, um, yeah.
And we appreciate the vulnerability because it ain't
Mhm,
not easy, to
mhm,
do and share in the space.
mhm. So, we're gonna ask you all, what does healing look like in your community, and did you grow up with that that actually worked for you? So, ooh, that's what me and my strawberry lemonade. Go, go, go. But if you wanna talk to us about anything, or I told you before that I'm really passionate about you all finding, if you're seeking therapy or seeking a therapist, or even grief work, what does that look like? Where do you go? Where are the resources? To always, we invite you to slide in the DMs. Okay. So, we definitely want to point you into the right direction. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, previous episodes, be sure to subscribe, to share, and to, of course, leave a review. If you are listening to us, definitely share with someone, but leave a review. If you're watching us on YouTube, we love when you leave comments because we definitely respond back. Jeffrey, what takeaways do you have?
I don't have any takeaways, but what I do no, I'm just joking, but I did have an epiphany,
Mm,
and I do wanna share with you.
mm-hmm,
One of the words that you used earlier as you was a contradiction, and I don't wanna be a walking contradiction, but I don't wanna overstep where I'm at now and not think and still acknowledge who I am because this may be your first. So I will explain my handle. I really went back and forth with this as I was driving from Harlem to Brooklyn on last Saturday. I was like, who do you think you are to think that you're at a point to that it's okay? No, so it's not okay, and you need to do better. So I am Jeffrey, and you can Instagram and most of your social networks at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantastic World WORLD. Or you can find us on the If You Know, You Know late night show on Facebook, and it is also streaming on YouTube as well. So I just want to thank everybody for just even want to listen to us. We share
mm-hmm.
vulnerability, but we, as my grandma would say, your britches ain't that big, brother. Had to stand down and do what's right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I am your homegirl, Ronika. You can find me on Instagram and Threads, Ronika, RONNIKA. And Ronika Williams on Facebook. And of course, when Jeffrey goes live on the If You Know, You Know late night show on Thursday nights, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not following Jeffrey Booker on Facebook, you need to do so right now. It's a hoot
Get it.
and a holler. It's so much fun. But, we thank you all,
Brows and all.
eyebrows and
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
We will definitely leave in the show notes, our the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, and different podcast and, the crisis text line. We will have all that in our show notes. So, until next time, y'all. I'm your homegirl, Ronika, and I'm with
Jeffrey, it's me.
all right, and we'll holla.